Hey everyone, how's it going? Azrin here, owner of the Calgary Language Nerds, and welcome to today's podcast, Learn Gujarati with Me podcast episode, and of course, YouTube video. Today, I will follow the same format as last time, and I will talk. I will talk in a free-flowing fashion in Gujarati and English. I'll mix both languages. That way, beginners, you can at least learn some words, pull some words out here and there, and intermediate learners, you can get a real amount of listening, a full-on listening comprehension practice. By the way, if you do want to see any specific topics covered on my YouTube channel or my podcast, let me know. Maybe a grammar topic, maybe something related to pronunciation. Maybe you want to hear me talk about a specific topic in Gujarati that's more, conversational. Whatever you may want, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I will do what I can to be of service. Now, we'll kick things off today in English, and then we'll switch to Gujarati in a moment. So the topic for today is frustration, specifically frustration related to Gujarati. Because when we learn Gujarati, we don't have many resources. We don't. Jemke etle su? Jemke etle, for example. Jemke, for example. Jemke chopdi નથી. ચોપડી એટલે book. The ચોપડી નથી. Class નથી. Application બહુ નથી. અમુક છે. અમુક એટલે some. The અમુક application છે. પણ બહુ નથી. Podcast નથી. Video બહુ નથી. એટલે ગુજરાતી શીખવા માટે બહુ નથી. ઓનલાઈન નથી ને એકચ્યુઅલી હું 2018માં એટલે 2018માં હું ફ્રાન્સ નહીં હું ઇન્ડિયા ગયો હતો અને ઇન્ડિયામાં મને થયું એટલે like I thought or I believed, kind of like I thought or I believed, મને થયું કે ઇન્ડિયામાં ક્લાસીસ મળશે કે ક્લાસીસ હશે. મને થયું ઇન્ડિયામાં છું, હું ભારતમાં છું, હું ગુજરાતમાં છું, એટલે ગુજરાતમાં ગુજરાતી શિક્ષક, ગુજરાતી ટીચર હશે. પણ actually ના. So I'll switch to English, make sure you're following. In 2018, I went to India and I thought, okay, I'm in India. I was in Gujarat specifically, actually. I thought I'm in Gujarat. I'm in India. Like, I should definitely be able to find teachers in India. Like, I'm here for crying out loud, right? I'll switch back to Gujarati. Jemke, I already told you is for example. Jemke, હું મને ફ્રેન્ચ આવડે છે, હું ફ્રેન્ચ બોલું છું ને હું ફ્રાન્સ ગયો હતો ને ફ્રાન્સમાં ઘણા ફ્રેન્ચ ક્લાસ છે या ઘણો ફ્રેન્ચ ક્લાસીસ છે ને કેનેડામાં હું કેનેડામાં રહું છું. કેનેડામાં પણ ફ્રેન્ચ ક્લાસ છે, પણ ફ્રાન્સમાં પણ કેટલા બધા ફ્રેન્ચ ક્લાસીસ છે ને. એટલે મને થયું, I believed, મને થયું કે ગુજરાતમાં ઘણા બધા ગુજરાતી ક્લાસીસ હશે, right? So I for example, I'll switch to English. When I was learning French, as an example, I actually studied. I went to France, and like I took classes there, and there were lots and lots of classes in France, like lots of French classes in France, obviously, because you're in France. Obviously, in Canada, where I live in Canada. In Canada, we have a lot of French classes too, but you can go to France and there's lots and lots and lots, like there's so many over there, right? Because you're in France, for crying out loud. You are in France, right? And but for Gujarat, like I really thought that I could go to Gujarat and there just would be like all these different. I thought it'd be easy. I thought there would be lots of different Gujarati classes, but just like no. So I did eventually find a teacher, and like I was still good and I learned a lot, etc. But it wasn't like It wasn't easy, right? And I'll give another example. I'll do this in Gujarati, then switch back to English. Um, હું અત્યારે ગુજરાતી વિડીયો જોઉં છું YouTube પર. I'll say it one more time. હું YouTube પર, so on YouTube, હું YouTube પર ગુજરાતી વિડીયો, ગુજરાતી videos, હું YouTube પર ગુજરાતી વિડીયો જોઉં છું અને પોડકાસ્ટ પણ જોઉં છું. પોડકાસ્ટ સાંભળું છું rather. એટલે કે I'm listening to પોડકાસ્ટ સાંભળું છું ગુજરાતીમાં. પણ વધારે હું YouTube પર વિડીયો જોઉં છું એકચ્યુઅલી. પોડકાસ્ટ પણ હું YouTube પર જોઉં છું. ને જો આ વિડીયોમાં ઘણીવાર સબટાઇટલ નથી. ઘણીવાર એટલે શું? ઘણીવાર એટલે લાઈક ઓફટન ટાઈમ્સ. ઘણીવાર સબટાઇટલ નથી. તો હું કાંઈ સાંભળું પોડકાસ્ટમાં એ કે ખબર નહીં વાતાવરણ don't worry about વાતાવરણ means not important. વાતાવરણ પછી હું વિચારું એટલે I think હું વિચારું વાતાવરણ એટલે શું? What's વાતાવરણ? What is this word? જેમ કે તો મને સંભળાય વાતાવરણ પણ સબટાઇટલમાં લખેલું ના હોય. So it's not written in the subtitle. એમાં કાંઈ લખેલું ના હોય સબટાઇટલમાં. તો હું કઈ રીતે જોઉં Google Translate પર કે વાતાવરણ એટલે શું? પણ લખેલું હોય જો મને સબટાઇટલમાં દેખાય કે અહીંયા લખેલું છે વાતાવરણ, તો હું Google Translate પર જોઈ શકું કે okay, what does this mean? Like એટલે શું આ વાતાવરણ? વાતાવરણ હવે મને ખબર છે. Right, so I'll switch to English. So like, I watch videos in Gujarati. I listen and I watch, really. I listen and I watch to Gujarati podcasts. Podcasts also are often on YouTube. And frequently, not always, but like often, we don't have the subtitles, right, on the videos. We don't have Gujarati subtitles. Often we do, but often there aren't. So if I hear some word, like whatever, the example I gave in Gujarati was vatavaran as just a random example. That actually was once upon a time a word I didn't know, and I heard, and I was like, what does that word mean? So let's say it's vatavaran, but there's no subtitle. How am I supposed to like look on Google Translate or whatever? How will I go look to see like what that word means? I suppose I could sound it out. I can go, okay, vatavaran. I could go type it, but like, what if they didn't say it clearly, and I didn't hear it well, or I can't spell it proper, or who knows? So without the subtitle, it makes it a lot harder for me even to keep learning. Now, thankfully, a lot of the videos do have subtitles, but many of them, perhaps the majority of them, maybe they don't have those subtitles. So, I think a good place to wrap up today's podcast episode. It's been kind of a Debbie Downer episode in a way, actually. Lots of like, oh my God, it's so hard to learn Gujarati. But we'll end on a positive note. We'll end on a positive note here that, that's what motivates me to make more videos again and make these podcasts again. I was thinking a lot about how difficult it is, right? હું વિચારતો હતો કે જો તમે શીખતા હો ગુજરાતી, તમારે વધારે શીખવું હોય કે પોડકાસ્ટ નથી, વિડીયો નથી, કાંઈ નથી તમારા માટે. એટલે મને થયું કે ના, મારે actually આ પોડકાસ્ટ વધારે બનાવવા જોઈએ, મારા વિડીયોઝ વધારે બનાવવા જોઈએ. તો તમારા માટે વધારે easy પડે, વધારે easy હોય તમારા માટે. Right? Like that's kind of like what I was thinking, and that's like the big motivation for me to make more. And not to say that I also want to it's actually maybe I'll talk about this next time, but I also want to just like I kind of want to find my own, like really find my own voice, right? It's so that's like a really interesting podcast topic. Maybe we can talk about it another time, but like finding your own voice in a language is so fascinating. Like I think like by making these podcasts, it's a very vulnerable, open way for me to just talk and explore with my own Gujarati to find like a proper Gujarati voice that I like in this language. Not sure if that really makes sense. Not even sure if it really fully makes sense to me what I'm saying, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.